So, friends, time again, huh? How many times should you come here? Is it not finished yet? Hmm. So welcome everybody. And we start as usual by non-doing meditation, guided, and activation of enlightenment. So we just sit here comfortably. Just let this moment be as it is already. Which means that we don't have any opinions that it should be in a certain way. We don't push anything away. We don't want to grab anything specific. Just allow the moment to be as it is, with things which are rising and falling, feelings, sensations, thoughts, whatever it is here. Everything is allowed to be exactly as it is, rising and falling of phenomena, a movement. We just leave it alone. Not interested in anything specific for the moment. Just sitting here doing absolutely nothing. We can take 1 or 2 minutes to come out of meditation. So, friends, we are continuing our investigations to find obstacles for you not seeing the truth, which is shining now behind everything, behind the obstacles and blockages. And one way, one blockage could be that we have some kind of attitude, of pessimism, or it doesn't work. Some kind of attitude of skepticism. Oh, I don't believe that kind of stuff. And if the attitude is some kind of, which is more or less present all the time, constantly, it can be such a big filter against everything happening. It actually become a blockage, an obstacle for not seeing the truth. That is why we bring it up here very shortly here today. I think we have met it somehow, people who are suffering really. They're really suffering from this. Some kind of pessimism. We don't have to go into why it happened, the reason for it. Past experiences, of course, past events, maybe even very early in life. But some kind of attitude, an approach to life, which is very pessimistic and skeptical. It's not any openness. I'm sure that these people are suffering very much from it. And we can see it also in these kind of seeking circles, these kind of suffering people. And whatever we say as some kind of, I don't think so. It doesn't work. Probably I'm not worthy of getting light, and it can be expressed itself in so many ways. Is anything like enlightenment really, or they just want my money? Can be many expressions. But it is a quite painful state to be in. Unfortunately, I'm not talking about own experiences here, as I usually do. But I know people who have this state and is really struggling. Or you have this some kind of filter before everything rising. It's painted in pessimistic and skeptical colors. It's not easy to get out of this, especially if it has been there for 10, 20, 30 years. So the inspiring idea, especially for the youth, is not so easily taken in. So what to do with this then? What should we do with this kind of attitude? It of course has many layers, many levels, you could say. Some people have it sometimes. It's not a big problem, really. I'm pessimistic about this kind of specific event or specific situation. It's not a big problem. What we're talking about here as an obstacle for seeing the truth is, of course, patterns as usual. something which is more tight, more rigid, which is there more or less as an attitude, as a permanent state. And what can we do with this? Yeah, if the pessimism is connected to the future, we can use a tool of this, of course. It's skepticism about what's going to happen in the future, some event or some idea. Then we can use the tool. Okay, so this is coming near now. It's very pessimistic. I call it realistic, of course. They usually call it realistic, you know? But it's actually pessimistic if we look at it a bit more closely. And then if we notice it in ourselves, oh, I'm very pessimistic in this one. You're very skeptical. Why should I be skeptical? But this is actually here. This is your reality in the moment. So instead of thinking it away, we can use this tool. So how is this moment experienced? If I don't believe any negative thoughts about the future. Now, if we have this pessimistic view about the future, it can actually help. So we take a deep breath in the moment when we notice this pessimistic approach coming or attitude rising. So how is this moment felt, experienced? If I don't believe any negative thoughts about the future, let it just sink in and wait. And it may help to come back to the present moment, which maybe is not pessimistic, because the pessimism and skepticism is about the future. But there are other kinds of pessimism that has to do with in the moment. I'm pessimistic about this moment. I'm skeptical about this moment, not the future. But this pessimistic view or skeptical worldview is also, of course, thinking. You know? So then we can use another tool, which is much broader. It can be effective. I know some people using it with very good results. That's why I mention it here. I feel it is a little bit too general sometimes, but it can be good. I just offer it here and you can test for yourself. So it's all about this, to find something which is working for us, to remain the obstacles. So that, in this case, when the pessimism is about the present moment, the skepticism is more about some kind of feeling, a mood of skepticism or pessimism. Then we can use the tool. Okay, this is of course based on thinking that the present moment is some kind of pessimism and skepticism around it, and also including the coming. I will not get it. It's not worth the job. It doesn't work. Then we can use this broader tool. So how is this moment experienced? If I don't believe any negative thoughts at all. This is a very general tool, but in some cases can actually work very good. So you can do it together if you want to. That's a test. So you translate it to your own language. How is this moment experienced, felt, if I don't believe any negative thoughts at all? Let it just sink in and wait. putting, so to speak, everything in one box. It may be too general for some people. For some people, it's splendid. We are different. We can work in one situation, and another situation not so good. So we just test it. So is there anybody who has anything to share about this? Or if something happened, and if so, if what happened? Yes, Cassie.
Something happened for me during the meditation. Like I just sunk deep into a really nice place. And so I think just now doing that practice, I'm just way more open to it. And and I like the idea of put everything in one box and let it all go at once.
Mm.
It feels free and it feels lighter, happier. This huge thing that happened yesterday that was bothering me, who cares?
It's history anyway. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Kathy. I know it sounds a little bit too easy. Huh? It can't be true. We can't just use one tool. How would this moment be felt if I don't believe any negative thoughts at all? I mean, there is no shortcut here. Are you sure? Are you sure it's not a so shortcut here? It's just another thought. And what is that thought? Pessimism. Huh? So pessimism and skepticism is coming back as a thought. Okay, but these but thoughts arising again. We know how to take up a very big stone from the ground. Huh? If we try to take it this way, it doesn't work so good. We can go forever. Then we put a little stone there, and then we just use it. And what? And this goes up. It's a shortcut. So sometimes it's working, but it's a very complicated thing. You can't make that metaphor. Psyche is a very complicated thing. Is there a psyche? Or is it just negative thoughts arising in the moment? I have looked at the psyche, I haven't seen it. Just an idea. So what happens in the moment is our reality. It's the only moment we have. Future, we don't know anything about. The past is gone. So this moment is all we have. And in this moment, if there is some kind of pessimistic mood arising, we can test this one. And of course, it's not only having an effect on this present situation about talking about pessimism and skepticism and doubt, because the doubt is in the same box. Huh? It's also having impact on everything else. So if you feel open for this and it seems to work very good, then you can skip all other tools. You don't have to come back to any meetings anymore. Oh, I would love to see you for other reasons. But actually, if it works, as Cassie said, it's a very inspiring, tempting idea that we can put something in one box, all the negative thoughts in one box and just say, how would life be felt now in this moment, not tomorrow? Not would be felt. How is it felt? How is this moment experience? If I don't believe any thoughts, negative thoughts arising. Amanda, do I have any comment from you? You usually have. No, you don't have to say anything. Anyone else? I know some people who are coming here in the individual sessions. Some people are using it, not as a suggestion from me really, but somehow it develops by itself within them. Maybe I mention it as some kind of periphery, but they use it in daily activity with a fantastic result. So in these cases, This is why we have individual sessions. No? In this case, it works very good because everyone is unique. Everyone is different. So we find something which works for us. When we say works, we mean something is resonating within us when we use the tool. Something is hooking somehow. Something is touching us. Then we are on the right place for some time. Taking away the charge of this, taking away the power of this thought. And maybe that was all that was needed. Then the shining, pure existence that you are is seen because it's here all the time. Any other questions for today? Yes, Amanda. Now
I
she
do have
was.
one. I do have one. So something comes in about mind comes in with.
But it always comes in. Have you noticed?
Yeah. With like, oh, some spiritual bypass. I need to feel shame. It's also I need to feel some awareness, personal responsibility, how to hold all of that. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, this is, and you know by now how we work here that we're not trying to have some kind of spiritual bypassing. You know? Well, we are looking for what is really here instead of running to meditation, for instance. That is also beautiful spiritual bypassing to run to meditation. Oh, I don't feel good. I have to meditate again. That is really to not see what is here instead of seeing that, oh, life is now, I feel awful. I feel awful. Very good. So now I have an opportunity to see why I feel awful. Why is it arising in the first place if everything is just loving bliss? What they tell us, these guys. Why is it arising? So we have an opportunity to see what is there. And I agree with you. That's why I also said in the beginning, it maybe it's too general, huh? But for some people it's working. And I would say it's different for different people and different situations also. Because in the beginning, when we are working with this question of beliefs, it's easier, it's my experience, it's easier to focus on some concrete things in your life, concrete events or approaches or ideas or feelings or body tension and so on in your present life situation. It's much more easy because you are with me then. You are here. Okay, he's talking about me. Then it's easier to see why is it here? We're more open for that. Yeah, why is it here actually? Why is it coming? Later on, when we have gone through more specific things about question the present moment, negative beliefs about the future, negative beliefs about ourselves, the me as have to control, I have to, and so on. When we have gone through the more detailed ideas, more detailed aspects of your daily life, then it's easier to come to a more general and broad tools. That is why I'm using it now, Amanda, because we have gone through this detail quite much here. And most of you who are here today, you're coming in the individual sessions. So you have been working with this also in quite much detail. But I agree with you. It's not about running away here. But it's also not running into psychology, I would say. We're not going to run into psychology in the meaning that we're going to sit and feel everything. Because feeling something is temporary release, but it doesn't take away the original cause of it, which is our ideas about ourselves, negative ideas about ourselves. And of course, there is some kind of reciprocal dimension here. That's ideas is triggering emotions, but emotions can also trigger ideas. So it's in both directions, of course. But it usually starts with that somehow the idea in the background, we don't even aware of it. Oh, I didn't know actually, but when I look now, I see that I think I'm totally worthless. I didn't see that before. We just saw the symptoms, the emotional reactions, and the blaming other people, and so on. Something else? Was it okay, Amanda, to ask now? Yeah, good. Anything else for today? We will meet 2 days more here. Thursday and Friday, as usual, having the guided meditation and the enlightenment activation, as usual, you know, by now. Can just say at the end here that these 2 courses that we have announced was just a few days ago. They are, one of them is full already. The online course, no, the Goa course, the course in Arambol is full already. But if you want to come to India, to come to Goa and be on the course, we will make another one. So don't be disappointed. Just let us know. Just continue to give us messages if you want to come. Then we will arrange a new one, of course. When it comes to the online course, which is in October, as you know by now, this is we have 2 places left. That's all. So run. But if it is after these courses are fully registrating, with full, so to speak, and attendance, we will have waiting lists in both cases. So that if there are people really interested in having an online course, but cannot attend this course in October, please let us know. And then we will have a waiting list, and then we will organize the course. Online course is much easier to organize because it's just pushing the button, so to speak. It's more job to have it, of course, on location, but it can also be organized. Okay. Any questions around this? No. So we see each other tomorrow. Thank you very much. Lena, do you want to have an activation? No? Okay.